Hey Phoenix fam, what's poppin'? Today I'm gonna share my top 10 airsoft items I purchased off AliExpress and Wish.com. You guys know I highly advocate AliExpress and sometimes Wish.com, especially for airsoft beginners, because they have some great products for airsoft. Especially when you're starting with your first loadout, maybe as an airsoft beginner, you can find some great stuff there. Over the years, building my kits, I found some really great and interesting stuff over there that really works for my personal kits and brought some fun to it as well. Some items are definitely cheaper than others. For example, red dot sights or holos you can find on AliExpress are definitely cheaper. And you will find out that the markup on these are crazy. You probably find the same item on AliExpress and in your local airsoft store, but on AliExpress you only pay half the price. But some stuff can also be very disappointing and not worth your money at all. Sometimes it's all about buy cheap, buy twice. So stay true to my list and stay happily ever after with my recommendations. Also consider that shipping might take up to probably 2 months sometimes. It's crazy. But I guess now, because we're all in a worldwide lockdown basically, it's the perfect time to go over your loadout, optimize a little bit, maybe order something you feel interested in, and then as soon as we're allowed back out, you're ready to go and your loadout is ready to hit the field. It's not always easy to find the really good stuff on AliExpress, so make sure to always check the customer reviews if there are any, and if there are any, sometimes people upload their own private pictures of the certain items, so that is really helpful to maybe see how the item really looks in real life, because sometimes the pictures really vary from how they are advertised and how the thing ends up that you actually get. Also, you can see how many people already bought this specific item. So always have a look out for these so you're not gonna be super disappointed. And do not get clickbaited into a bad sale. I give you now my top 10 list of my favorite airsoft items from AliExpress and Wish.com. Let's go! Let's start with number 10. It's the Night Evolution MPLS 3 helmet light. It's this little thingy here that just clips on the side of your helmet, for example, but you can also attach it to your plate carrier if you wanted to, like molle hooks. It has 3 little lights and it's just super handy. We have 3 different LEDs. We have a white light in different illumination modes, like one super bright, one not so bright. Then we have IR LED. You may be seeing this on the camera, the little red LED you can see when you look right into it. It's of course infrared light, so you can't see it with your eyes, but you could see it under night vision. We have a red light, which is also really good for night ops. If you want to read, for example, a map or orientate yourself, talk to a teammate, and you don't want to create a giant beam of light in the middle of the forest or whatever where the enemy team could spot you, you use red light because it's not so hard on the eyes and it's definitely harder to spot at night. On place number 9 we have this little 155 BB speed loader. It works, guys. I use it for my MP7 mags because of course my beloved Odin doesn't work, which is such a shame. So I use this one, 155 BBs, so it's a bigger speed loader and you can fill up like magazines a little bit quicker. This is just a steal, guys. Just get one, throw it in your gear bag, and you know, if someone needs one, you can just give it to them. It's like $3. That's definitely a steal. On place number 8, we have these Emerson radio pouches I purchased off of AliExpress. They're super handy because they attach with Velcro on both sides of your plate carrier. In this case, this is my JPC. I have one on this side and I have one on this side because I run dual comms. I should go over that in a detailed video actually. This radio pouch just sits underneath the cummerbund and it holds my Baofeng radio with my antenna, and it's right there where you need it. It's always reachable. In multicam fits to my JPC, and multicam, which is actually real cry. You can't really tell the difference of the multicam. I think it's pretty legit. But if you wanna run your radio in a good place that's really easily accessible for yourself, because if it's on your back, it's really hard, I really recommend these. Puts your Baofeng right where it should be. On place number 7 with the MK3 chest rig 9mm elastic pouches. So this is my little chest rig. I think you maybe seen it in my lightweight loadout video I made. I use it here with my MP7 mags. This chest rig comes with an M4 magazine insert. Oh my god, I can't get it out right. That's what she said. They're in here and they take 9mm, and also MP7 mags fit right perfectly. I have 4 next to each other. They hold them really securely. And it's great if I want to switch platforms. I think you can get also a 7.62 elastic pouch set for AK and all these different kinds. Get it separately, and a lot of people wrote me about it on Instagram. So this is super cool. On place number 6, I have this little plastic multicam holster for my AEP. So this is a SEMA AEP, electric, non-blowback, nothing but full auto, because we have a law here that states that only below 0.5 joules you're allowed to have full auto. So this is below 0.5 joules but has full auto. For me, I really love it to have it in a CQB environment indoors. I could just go run around the corner and go brrr. You might seen it in my 24-hour Milsim video I did, and I found this little holster on AliExpress that, yeah, it actually fits. It's really snug and it's like not perfect. You can see it's like splitting here a little bit, and it fits to my whole belt setup pretty nicely. It holds the AEP because it's really hard to find holsters that look kind of good that hold this AEP, because it's like a really weird size. You see it's a little bouncy because I really push it in there. But so far it worked pretty well. On place number 5, I have the 1.5 liter hydration plate, which is here in my JPC setup. You might hear it. So in here is a little plate that you can fill up with actual water. I have a little mouthpiece here so I can drink from it, but I don't usually do that. So tell me, why do I have this hydration pouch in there? I use it as a counterweight for my HPA setup, and I have a tank on my back. I have it here in the mini map. And that means it pulls my backpack down and my front plate up. So sometimes if I use a lot of magazines and put them in my dump pouch, this gets lighter and lighter and this stays heavy. So it really almost chokes me to a point. What I did, I purchased this hydration pouch, filled it up with water, and I use it as a counterbalance to the front. So this is a little bit heavier and this is heavy. It counters each other out. And we're happy and we can play it perfectly. And also what's super nice in the summertime is it actually cools your chest down a little bit. You could even pop it in the freezer overnight before a summer game or something, and then have it on you and it's ice cold. And it would cool you for a couple hours, and then you could drink really cold waters. It gives a very nice heavy feel to my JPC setups. I like it, and it feels like really firm on your chest if you rig it all up correctly. It's a little bit complicated with the rigging here. You can see the stuff is going around here, but you can manage with some elastic bands, and then yeah, I have a perfect counterweight to balance out my backpack with my HPA tank. On place number 4, I have these Baofeng antennas from Abbree, I suppose they're called, and they make different kind of antennas for your Baofengs. I have here the 48 centimeter, I believe. I'll just show you. Boop! It just flops out, and you have like a little bit of a longer antenna. Also looks really cool for your loadout. Yeah, this is like the first size I found, but recently I found also from Abbree, I think 1.5 meter ones. So these go on here. They even have a little elastic thing in the middle, so you can rig them up right here and they would go over your shoulders. Probably looks ridiculous, but also cool on some pictures. Really, really long. That's what she said. I love them for the style, obviously on pictures, because you always have to look cool. But functionality is also really well, I found out, with already these on a gaming field. And style points, 10 out of 10, I would say. What's really, really confusing in the beginning, they come assembled a little differently, and I actually needed a week to figure that out. They get shipped to you like this, and you're like, how is this even attaching? This is not working. How should this go in the Baofeng? That doesn't work. And you have to disattach this and put the little flexi thing in between. and then you're good to go to put it on top of your Baofeng. So this would go in the radio pouches I already showed you, and I would hook up to my comms, and I have two obviously because I run dual comms, so I can go like this. Yeah, I heard a really good tip to store them folded out. So if you fold them in for an op and then want to fold them out, they really click and they don't get used to this shape, they get used to the out, like extended shape. Place number 3, I have the orange wish grenade. I find them really cool. They're mega annoying, they're loud, but they work on the game field because they are assembled. So let's just like pretend this went off. Oh my god, this is completely broken. Let's pretend I just threw that into a room and cleared it out, because usually the rules are if this contains any BBs, you throw it into a room, everyone in the room is out. You get in the room, you take this, you go like this, you go like this, go like this, you go like this. Oh Jesus, fingers. You go like that, you go like that, put the splint back in, fill some BBs in, close it, and you're good to go. You can throw this again. It takes like 30 seconds, and now we're armed. Oh shit. This is super OP, or can be super OP, because usually there are no regulations for these kinds of grenades. You take this to an airsoft field, you can really do some serious damage in a CQB environment where you just go throw room to room. Maybe you have 2, like me, or like even 4 I got, I think, in the beginning from Wish. They break quite easily. And what's a little bit annoying is you tend to lose these base plates that go on the bottom here that holds the BBs inside. But I found a really nice blog post in the Airsoft Verzeichnis at the German community for Airsoft, where some instructions that you add some rubber padding here on the inside to stop the rattling of the actual grenade, and also drilling some holes down here and up here so you can attach with a little bit of string the actual pin and the base plate, which I obviously already lost, to the grenade. If you don't like the color, there's a version 2 also, but you could also spray paint these easily. Yeah, make sure you can find them outside. So this is why I left them orange. For the outside, they're not so super good, except you throw this right in front of someone's feet or around the corner into like a group of people, because the BB spread is not that great. It's kind of shitty, but it works really well, and for the price, it's definitely worth it if you want to have a lot of fun on the airsoft field. Definitely one of the most favorite items I ever picked up on both AliExpress and Wish, and I use it all the time, and I'm really happy I found these.
Ja, die sind alle hit. Ja, wunderbar. Sehr geil gemacht.
Place number 2, and you know what's coming. It's my infamous BB Peen gun. I found this one time on wish.com. I never found it again. It's like one of these weird water BB guns. So let me show you. This actually can shoot BBs. I barely reached the wall behind you guys. It's not super dangerous or something, but it's definitely a lot of fun. I got a kill with this before. I recorded it. It was so fun. The guy was like taking it pretty funny. This is like the best glory kill you could just imagine. People ask me about this all the time, and I found it really, really funny. Just a little Peen gun. And yeah, it actually works. Jeez, hit the mirror. Problem is, I never really found this ever again on Wish or wherever. Now I get really weird targeted ads. BBs go in here. They're just like, yeah, it fits like 10 BBs or something. Yeah, for the fun on the airsoft field, obviously. Yeah, there's a lot of guys. This is great. This is great. Like, people ask me about it all the time, and if I just like then pull it out, crank it, and just shoot someone point blank with it, nothing's gonna happen. It doesn't hurt, and maybe someone can find them again and just like put it in the comments or something. I got it off of wish.com, but since then never seen it again. Now it's place number 1 on the top is an item from AliExpress. I never really told anyone online about this. If people ask me in person, I would tell them, but yeah, it's about this guy. This is my EOTech, and I got it off of AliExpress for 30 bucks. It has all the original markings. If you've seen it before on Instagram, I think, yeah, I got tons of comments on Instagram why I would put a real sight on an airsoft gun, blah blah blah. There is some truth behind that. You can see that, for example, in Brain Exploder's video, but I run a replica and it has the real markings. I don't think that's really allowed, but I really enjoy it. It really looks cool. So far it worked perfect for me. You can just turn it on. You see the little donut of death in there. It has the sticker, the markings on both sides. It says EOTech. I really like it. I used it for quite a while now. Zeroing in is a little bit complicated because it has some turn right and turn down for the screws, and these are actually switched up. So it has something to do probably with the replica. I don't mind at all. I just found out about it. I did not regret this purchase. People ask me all the time, hey, is that a real one? And now I tell you, no, it's not. If you look through it, it's a little bit of a darker image if you look through. I think with the real ones you don't really have that, but I'm absolutely okay with that, taking this little disadvantage. I think for the money it's a steal. Looks great. This is all what you want to do on the airsoft field, and I actually use it. I hope you will like it too. So this is why I share this. Yeah, I just hope you'll find some good stuff on my top 10 list. Only 2 items off of wish.com. There's some other stuff. Oh, I think it's a lot of crap that's sold on there as well. For beginners, it might be pretty good, functional to get into the sport. You can find some cheap deals. My boy Kraken did a really cool video about that. But otherwise, AliExpress has just some great offers. You just have to find them, do a little bit of research. And other than that, you can just start with my list and go from there. Little quick bonus round. So first of all, I got clips for rail covers. They go on your Mark 18 rail, for example. You can just clip them as hand stoppers, but also these clippers come with little attachments to run cables, which is really nice if you run, like me, scope cams or your light, whatever. You have a cable, you can actually attach these to have like a clean setup, not cables flying everywhere. Everyone who records airsoft games knows what I mean. Last but not least, I have 2 items I didn't purchase, but friends did, and they really liked it. It's my friend Basti. It's our team leader from the German Spearhead. He purchased a helmet off of AliExpress, I found. Plus, they have also a padding for your helmet that looks exactly like the Team Wendy ones, which I have in here. These are like more customizable padding that is actually comfortable on your head. So I have no problem, even though this lid weighs quite a lot, to wear this for an extended period of time. I linked them, of course, like everything else, down in the description. You can check them out if you want them. I didn't purchase them, but I think they're probably great. That's that, guys. If you have any questions, put them down in the questions below, or any recommendations. Maybe you found some good shit I didn't put in here. Just leave it down below. Hit me up on Instagram if you have any questions, and smash that subscribe button, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little list, and now go watch a gameplay. Have fun, guys. See you in the next one.
Happy hunting. Fire, fire, fire.